Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to uh, start our discussion of the first topic in financial analytics. The first topic in financial analytics will be to learn how to use packages in order to load or download data from the internet. Okay, so let's backtrack a bit. And we said that it's very imperative, it's important that we create projects for our for any analysis, for any data analysis that we're doing in R. So last time we learned how to create a project, and then in my case, I placed it in this folder, okay, Zero Finlich Master, and I created a project. We created a project, Intro to Financial Analytics. Okay, so now I'm going to create another project, and let me name the project Downloading Data Using R. Okay, you may wish to do that also. Okay, let me just rename this as Zero to make it chronological. And then the project that I'm going to open now, create now, is I'll name it one, and then downloading data from R. Okay, I'm going to save it also here in my master folder. Okay, so how do we do that? Once again, I'm going to open R. And then I'm going to create a new project. Okay, so here, okay, no project, right? Project none. It's just it opened. It's just an instance of R. Okay, right? Then I'll open now file, new project, new directory, new project. Okay, it's supposed to be here, but anyway, one, I'll call it one, folder one, project one, downloading data using R. Okay, I'll just name it as such. You may name it any way you want. And then it's already here. Okay, but anyway, just to illustrate, if it's not the folder that I want my project to be saved in, I'll browse, I'll click browse, and then I'll find that, I'm going to find that folder. It's in my desktop, and it's here. Here. Where is that? Zero. Yeah, here. Okay. Zero Finlich Master, in my case. Okay, in your case, find the folder that you created for your projects. This one, a folder is Zero Finlich Master, and then I'll open here. Open. So the project name is one, downloading data using R. It will be created under Zero Finlich Master. I'm going to open in a new session and then create the project. You can now see that it will now open a new R project, which is, you can see here, downloading data using R. Okay, also downloading data using R. Okay, I now have two instances of R opened here. This one, the original one, I'm going to close this because I don't need this. Okay, I just need this one R project open. Okay, and if we check inside the folder where I saved my project, I have this one, downloading data using R. And you know that if you click this, you'll have the R project inside. This one. This is an R project. Okay. So going back to R here. So this is my source or script window, environment. There's nothing here yet. We haven't done anything. We haven't loaded data. Okay. And this is just the file inside the files project, this project, downloading data using R. Okay, now I'm going to copy a file inside this project. I'm not going to share this file with you, but I'm going to flash it so that you're going to create your own, and then you follow along. And I want you to code, uh, write the code yourself because I want you to practice writing the code. Okay. At the onset, I'm not going to copy paste codes for now because I want you to be practicing, learning how to code yourself. Okay, so let me go back to the folder. And there's a folder here inside the master folder, this one, Quant Mode Comprehensive one. I'm going to put this inside that project. Okay, so it's inside here now, there. And then if I go to our R, you can see now that Quant Mode Comprehensive. Okay, so I'm going to load this. Okay, all right. Now I want you to open a new RMD file. Okay, and then up to the setup, then delete everything that's below that because those are just sample codes about summary cars and plot of pressure. We don't need that. Eight must be backticks are sys is that date, open and close parentheses, and then okay. Did I? Yeah, I think I started recording then. Yeah, I'm recording. All right. So kindly chat yes, please, if you're ready already. If you have already opened a new RMD file. I hope to get quick responses from everybody so that we can move fast, can cover more materials. Okay, thank you so much. Now, R is very popular and it's very robust. It's very powerful because of many contributors to the software. So people who are knowledgeable about programming using R from different fields, whether it's natural sciences, biological sciences, from physics, from chemistry, from social sciences like psychology, philosophy, or sociology, they have taken steps in order to learn coding in R. So they create programs in R that may be useful to the others in the same in their field. So they submit that to CRAN, the Comprehensive R Archive Network, and then CRAN vets that program, and then if it's okay, then it's archived also in CRAN, which means it's made available to others. So that's why as of the current date, I think there are more than 20,000 programs in R. So many programs, in fact, that in your lifetime, you'll not be able to use everything there, definitely. But we have more than enough for finance, for econometrics, for eco, for business. There are lots and lots of packages that we can use. So packages are programs created by people who know how to use R. And then, as I said, it's submitted to CRAN. They vet that, and then if it's okay, then it's shared with everybody. Okay. So what are the packages? A lot of packages. As I said, more than 20,000. Now, for the first part of for the first part of our lesson, we're going to learn how to make use of packages. So how do I access packages in R? To access a package, okay, we use the function install that packages. Okay, so let me create a new code chunk here. Do you recall what's the shortcut for a code chunk? Anyone, please? Because if you create a code chunk, it will be quite long. if you just manually type backticks, 3 backticks, and then curly brackets, and then R, and perhaps give it a name, okay, and then curly, and then backticks again, 3 backticks, and that can be quite long. So anyone who knows a shortcut, keyboard shortcut creating a code chunk? Okay, thank you. Yeah, for Windows users, it's Control Alt I. For Mac users, it's Command Option I. So let's do that. Control Alt I in my case. So we now have this code chunk, and I can name it, for example, load packages. Okay. Load packages as a name for my code chunk here. Right. So if I check this one, there, chunk 2 is load packages. Okay, so let's do that, load packages. So how do you install packages? You use the word, you use the code function, install that packages, there. Install that packages, and then you identify the package. Now for this, we're going to make use of some packages that are very important. So let's check first, kindly chat in the chat box if you have this package. The first package is called Quant Mode. So if I go here to the packages window, and here I type Quant Mode, there, Quant Mode, tell me if you can see Quant Mode already installed in your package. Just type yes or no. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Okay, for most of you, it's no. Maybe for some, may yes ba? Okay, walang yes, no? So all of you responded with a no. So it means that you haven't installed Quant Mode as a package. So how do you install that? So you can write it here in your code chunk, or write it here in your console. Doesn't matter where. But so install that packages, and then QUANT. Let's type here Quant Mode. Okay, and let's see what happens. So typing Quant Mode there, and there should be quotation, okay, quotes, open and close quotes. This will not work if there are no quotes. Also, this will not work if you have wrong spelling. For example, you capitalize Q, then that will return an error message, because Quant Mode is not capital Q, it's a small letter Q. All right, kindly please run this and tell me what happened. Might Perhaps you might get some messages from this code, install that packages. Let's wait for your feedback. What message did R give you? Okay, so let's wait for most of you to give your comments. Okay, not found. Not found. Okay. Art tools is required. Okay, from John, sabi may art tools is required to build packages. Okay. The downloaded packages, command not found. Okay. All right. So I think kay Jethro naman. Okay. Nag-load, no? Nag-load Jethro, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have mixed messages. No, yung iba ang sabi dito, kailangan daw i-load muna yung art tools. If that's the case, class, sometimes you have to do this, no? Minsan, sinasabi lang niya yan, no? Sometimes it gives a message like this, pero it still loads the package. Okay? So try to check again packages and then i-type nyo quant mode. If you now can see quant mode. Quant mode. Meron na. Okay, meron na. So sometimes nagsasabi lang siya na ano, it says that you need to load art tools. Pero it nevertheless loads the package. Sometimes may ganyang conflict na ano na message. What's important, it's now loaded here. Now, when you loaded quant mode, check this time, for example, pakitype TTR. That's technical trading rules. Do you find now TTR in your packages? Again, kindly chat, please, for a yes or a no. Okay, yes, meron. Good. Now, unfortunately, I forgot to ask you to check if there was TTR in your packages a while ago. Okay, because most probably there was none. But when you loaded quant mode, okay, it automatically loaded also other packages with it because TTR as a package is a dependency of quant mode, which means quant mode needs this package in order to run. So quant mode will automatically load or install TTR. Also the same, try XTS and Zoo. XTS, and I'm sure that you have also XTS loaded. But before you loaded quant mode, there was no XTS. Same thing with Zoo. So there is now Zoo. Okay? Let me go back to quant mode. Okay, kindly chat please if what I said is true in your case. Yes, okay, good. Thank you for your responses. Thank you for your feedback. Now, case in point. After you have loaded the package, it should appear here now, quant mode. And you load it only once. Okay, when you have installed quant mode, then no need to install it unless you are even updating. You don't need to install that packages. You can, because you can update a particular package. Currently, it's the latest is 0.4.25. Okay, so when you install quant mode, it doesn't necessarily mean that this is available already. Okay, you have to use another code in order to make sure that you are able to use the functionalities of quant mode. Before we do that, let's click this one or this one. Let's click quant mode here. 0.4.26. Okay. Most probably bago yung sa inyo, no? Sa akin luma na to, no? Hindi ko pa na-update tong ano. Thank you so much. Okay, so 0.4.26 ang pala yung latest version. I need to update my version. Okay, so as I was saying, let's take a look at what's inside quant mode first. Okay, so here you have a very robust information about quant mode. If you want to know some details about its origin, okay, you can use this one, description file. Let's click this, and then here. So the package is quant mode, quantitative financial modeling framework. My version is 0.4.25. Okay, so the authors are Jeffrey, Ryan, Joshua Ulrich, Ethan Smith, etc. So there are more contributors. The main author is this one, Joshua Ulrich, creator, author. Okay, the others are contributors, CTBs. But the main proponent of this is Joshua Ulrich, and he gave his email. All right, so there are certain dependencies here. It says here that quant mode depends on a version of ours that should be greater than 3.2.0, no problem, because your versions are, I think, 4.4. XTS should be 0.9, Zoo, and TTR greater than 0.2. Okay, so There are some more information about this. Okay. And then here, date of publication. Okay. All right, etc. More information. So if I go back here, all right. Now you can see here, these are the functions that come with the quant mode. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, more than 300, more than 300 different functions. And these functions can compute, for example, ito, monthly return. It can compute the periodic returns, the monthly returns of a data. Okay, so all of this, for example, open, you have a data where you have the opening price, and you can extract that data. You also have OHLC, open, high, low, close. Okay, you can do some plotting with quant mode. So several functions that you can use using quant mode. Okay, and for us, we'll be using a very important function. Our topic is downloading data using R. We're going to use this function, get symbols. So if I click this, get symbols, and it gives us the description of this code and the syntax. So get symbols, notice it's capital S. Then you have to define the symbols. What are the symbols? Then the environment. And then these are some other things that you can load. Okay. But if you don't include this in your code, then it will resort to the default. For example, verbose is equal to false. If you don't type this, then it's understood that this function is verbose is equal to false. Also, this source is equal to Yahoo. This is the default, because quant mode can get data from different sources. It can get it from Fred, it can get it from Wanda, it can get it from AV, it can get it from other sources. Okay, so we're going to make use of this function get symbols, which is from the quant mode package, and this is the documentation. Now, once you have loaded quant mode, it does not automatically mean that you can use the functions. There are many functions in quant mode, right? So we will have to load this first. We have already installed the package. Then the next thing is to load the package. How do you load the package? Okay, how do you load the package? You may use the function library and then quant mode. But don't run this first. Library quant mode, or I'm commenting this out. It's the same as require, then quant mode. So these are the same things. Okay, and you notice that when you use library or require, you don't have to write the quotations. Okay, but when you use installed packages, you have to put in quotations the package itself. Okay, so when we do this, let me go to packages first. And then notice that I'm here in letter Q, quant mode, right? Okay, now tell me, class, watch this, okay? Watch quant mode and watch library. Okay, you may run library here in your code chunk, or you may run it here. Doesn't matter, it will work. Okay, so please run library quant mode and tell me what happens, especially this one. Okay, what do you see? Okay, so may comment dito. Who's this? Okay, si John, sabi attaching, yan, okay? So na-load na ni John, no? Sabi, in-attach din daw si Zoo, in-attach din si TTR, okay? In-attach din si XTS. So kasama na niya, no? When it loaded quant mode. Okay, how about the others? Ganun ba rin, class? Okay, ito naman, ganun din, no? I think pareho lang din. Okay, same. Now, I want to ask you something, class. What happened to your quant mode here? Ano nangyari dito sa box dito, yung white box na to? Okay, thank you. Sabi ni Gail, sabi ni Nicole, nagkaroon ng check mark. Ganun pala yung class, no? So I'm going to do the reverse. I'm not going to run this. I'm going to check this. If I check this class, tingnan nyo yung console, ha? Take a look at my console. Check ko to. Ayun, no? What's the equivalent of checking this one? What's the equivalent code? There. Library quant mode. Okay. So pareho lang, running library quant mode and checking this, okay, are just the same. Okay, they're just the same. So what will happen now if I have clicked quant mode and if it's now if it's now loaded, okay, it's now available for use. Then we can now use the functionalities of quant mode. Okay, if we did not load quant mode, for example, if I delete this, ano nangyayari sabi? Ayan, detach yan, ha? Detach quant mode unload is equal to true. This is the code in order to detach a particular package. So dinetach ko. If I click this again, okay, library na naman siya. Quant mode. Okay, and what happened with the other packages? Tingnan natin si TTR. Okay, notice si TTR naka-check din. Kasi pag linode natin si quant mode, kasama yung mga dependencies niya. Kasama si XTS. Take a look at XTS. XTS. Naka-check din si XTS. Okay? Si Zoo. Okay, naka-check si Zoo. So all those other dependencies are included when we loaded quant mode. Okay? So are we okay so far? Kindly please chat if the pace is okay. We're just learning how to load packages. So far, how's our pace? Any questions? Is our pace okay? Clear ba yung pag-explain natin? Paki-comment down, please. Okay. So good question here by Louis. Sir, we run the install code for twice. Does that mean that we have no? Okay, ang question ni Louis, nag-install muna siya, install that packages, quant mode. Okay, tapos in-install din niya. It will not matter, no? So, pag nag-install ka, tapos nag-install ka ulit, parang walang effect lang yun. Kasi meron ng quant mode eh. Meron ng quant mode. Although it will run, okay? What happened, Louis, when you installed, you mean to say install that packages? Or are you referring to library? You may unmute yourself, Louis.
Yung install.packages po, sir.
Okay. So, ang question ni Louis, paano yung kung nag-install that packages ako? Take note, no? Dito, meron na akong may quant mode na ako. If I run install that packages, okay, meron na ako, no? Okay, ang sabi dito, one or more of the packages, kailangan pa mag-update, no? Okay, sige, i-restart ko si R prior to install. Yes. Okay. Kasi lumang version na yung lumang version yung R ko, medyo late, no? Ayan. So install that packages. Ano lang niya, renedo niya. No? There. So sabi niya, yun, nag-R tools din siya, no? Tapos may mga mini-mention pa siya dito na the download binary package are in, okay, yung location. So that's not our concern. So okay na-load na niya ulit. Okay? So kung nag-install ka na tapos mag-i-install ka ulit, mag-i-install lang din siya. So no problem with that. Okay, did that answer your question, Louis? Louis, ikaw ba nagtanong nun? Okay, sige. Thank you. All right, sige, punta na tayo class sa punta na tayo dun sa meat ng ating discussion now. Now, there are other packages that we need to install. Okay, so ano yung mga packages pa na kailangan natin install? Okay, so mag-install that packages kayo. I'm going to give you time. So pwedeng ganito gawin natin. Control-Alt-I, install that packages. So if you're installing several packages, pwede nyo siya i-combine. C for combine or concatenate. Okay? Ano yung kailangan natin? Hindi na natin kailangan, we don't need to install PTR and XTS because that has already been installed when we installed Quant Mode. So we need Quandel, this one. Okay, and then codes, we have performance analytics. Analytics, one word lang siya. And then comma, portfolio analytics also, capital dapat. Oops. Portfolio analytics. Okay, and then comma. And there's this package called Tidyverse. See, Tidyverse, it it's a family of packages. So when you install Tidyverse, maraming kasama dyan. Andyan si readr, per-r, dplyr, ggplot2, forecats. Okay? So try this, no? Install that packages nito. So mag-i-install dyan si Quandel, Performance Analytics, Portfolio Analytics, si Tidyverse. Family of packages yan. And you'll see what other packages will be installed. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds, please, and tell me what happens. Waiting for your comments. I'm sure magkaka-comment kayo dyan kasi may mga strange message na lalabas eh. And I want you to inform me about it. What happened, especially in particular when you were installing Tidyverse. Something will happen there. Anyone who'd like to comment? Any comment about what happened when you loaded Tidyverse as a package? Okay, I saw a comment here. Sige. All right, also installing independence. Okay, sige. So, sino una nag-answer dito? Giancarlo. Carlo, was it you? Okay.
Okay.
What happened, John from Mercado? Nag-load ba sa'yo?
Sir, may lumabas po na tawag dyan? Package Quandel is not available for this version of R.
For Quandel?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sige. That, ano natin problem na, that will be a separate problem. Kasi minsan, ano kaya ibig sabihin ng message na yun? That means, yung sinasabi ni John, yung message na yun is that yung Quandel, yung R niya, medyo bago na, ano? Si Quandel, medyo luma pa. So si Quandel was created for a particular version of R. So sometimes, hindi kaagad nag-update yung authors ng package. So may mga changes sa R, yung package hindi pa available, hindi pa ready for that new version of R. Okay? But there are ways to go about that, no? Pwedeng ang gawin natin, okay, ang iraran natin, hindi yung pinaka-latest version ng R. Pwede yun. Pwede yun. Ang iraran natin is an older version of R. That can be done also. Okay? So we'll address that problem kasi hindi pa naman natin gagamitin si Quandel ngayon, no? So that's okay. We'll address that issue when we get to use Quandel. Okay, so dito sino nagsabi na ano? Louis, can you share your screen? Tingnan natin kung ano yung message dun sa ano. Stop share. Oops. I'll stop share. Okay, and Louis, can you please share your screen? Let's see the messages.
Sir, naka-disable daw po yung screen sharing.
Ano ka disable ba? Wait, ayun nga pala, no? Sorry. Yan, sige. All right, go ahead, please. There. Okay. All right. So yung kay Louie naman, ang daming messages na to, no? All right, let's see. Pati yung masks ba dyan wala? Sige, down pa nga, Louie. Can you increase the height of the yan, increase mo nga yung sa console. Okay. Down pa. Down. Sige, down pa. Yung masks wala, no? Hindi niya linagay yung message ng mask. Anyway, sige. I'll ask somebody to share that yung sa mask kung meron kayo. Now, tingnan na lang natin sinabi dito ni ano, no? Sinabi ni R. Okay. Also installing the dependencies of. Now, I'm not sure if mukhang hindi lahat to kay ano, hindi lahat siya kay ano kay Tidyverse. Can you please, Louis, can you please dun sa console, i-type mo nga si Tidyverse lang, no? Install that packages Tidyverse. Let's see, kasi parang nag-combine na to, no, with the other ano, with the other packages, no?
Sir, gagawa po ako ng bagong chunk.
Oh, pwede, sige. Gawa ka ng bagong chunk. Tapos i-X mo na yan, ha? Yung i-X mo na yung color red na yan. Ano naman siya, i-close kasi ang haba niya, no? Close mo muna siya para sa ilalim may X dyan. Hindi, to the right. Yan, okay. Alright, sige, create ka ng panibagong chunk. Control-Alt-I. If you're using Mac, yan. Sige, install that packages. And then open parentheses, open quotes, Tidyverse. Let's see. Pwedeng double quotes or single quotes. Pwede. So let's run this. Tingnan natin. Paki-run. Updating. Sige nga, update mo. Okay, sige nga. Yes lang.
Sir,
Nagre-restart.
paulit-ulit lang po siya.
Oo nga, nag-circle back siya, no? Okay, ba't kaya ganun? Sige, cancel mo muna ulit. I-X mo yung error, no? Updating loaded packages. I-run mo ulit. Install that packages ulit. Okay, ganun pa rin. Sige.
Ganun pa rin po, sir.
Ganun pa rin. Sige, so, punta nga sa ano? Punta ka, Carlo, dun sa packages. Diyan sa ano? Diyan sa baba, sa packages window. Yan, increase mo yan. Yan. I-type mo Tidyverse dun sa search. Okay. Tidyverse, hindi, naka-install na siya, no? Naka-install na siya. Okay. So, minsan kasi, nagbibigay ng, ang what I observed is sometimes it will give you a message na hindi siya na-install. Pero when you check the packages, naka-install na siya. Okay, it's there, no? I-click mo yung Tidyverse. Hindi, I mean, sa packages, i-click mo siya. Ayan, sige. Go down. Alright, tingnan natin to Okay, ano yung message yan? So when you click, di ba sabi natin, it's equivalent to library. Alright, so ang sabi dito, it attached other packages that come with Tidyverse. Sino-sino yun? Si dplyr, si forecast, si ggplot2, si lubridate, si per-r, read-r, string-r, table, tidyr. Okay? When you loaded Tidyverse, kasama yan. When you installed Tidyverse, kasama yung mga yan. When you loaded Tidyverse, kasama din sila. Okay, parang family siya, no? Family, magkakamag-anak, incorporated. Tapos pag linode mo si Tidyverse, kasama na iba. Pero hindi siya hindi siya two-way, no? For example, if I install dplyr, si dplyr lang, hindi kasama yung iba sa ano. Okay, si tidyverse lang ang pag-load natin, install natin, kasama lahat ng packages with it. And then when we load through the library, kasama din yung iba. Okay. So okay naman eh. Ngayon lang dito, dun sa ilalim sa conflicts, no? Parang kulang yung nakalagay dito, no? Ano ibig sabihin ng conflicts? Okay, so let me just explain this. Okay, ano ibig sabihin yan, class? Dplyr, double colon, filter. Okay, it means, class, that there's a function called filter in the dplyr package. Okay, remember that dplyr is a package, no? And it masks stats filter. Ano ibig sabihin ng masks? Si stats, package din yan. And stats come preloaded with R. Okay, so pag linode mo si R, pag binuksan mo si R, andyan na si stats, kasama na yan. So you don't have to install it. You don't have to install it because it comes preloaded with R. Alright? So si stats din, merong function na filter. Okay, may function din siya na filter. So paano yun? If I'm going to use filter, sino yung masusunod? Kasi magkaibang syntax yan eh. So ang default niyan, yung filter ni dplyr. Kasi ang sabi nga niyan, masks, no? Alright, so if I want to use yung filter ni stats, anong gagawin ko? Isusulat yung ganyan, stats, double colon, and then filter. Para alam ni R, ang gusto nito, yung function of filter coming from stats package. Okay? So that's what that means. So just be aware, kasi baka ginamit yung filter, tapos ine-expect nyo yung magkaiba kasing output niyan, magkaibang syntax yan. Ang ine-expect nyo kay stats, pero ang ginamit ni ni R, si dplyr. Okay? Si dplyr. So nagtataka ka, bakit ganito yung result? Hindi naman ganyan yung hindi naman ganyan yung output ng ano. Okay, in the first place, magkaibang syntax yan, iba yung mga rini-require na parameters. Okay? So clear yung class, yung masks na yan. Just be aware of that. So can you use yung filter coming from stats? Yes. How can I use it? Nakamask na yan by dplyr. Di gamitin mo stats and then dalawang colon and then filter. Ayun, na-define mo na yung filter na gusto kong gamitin, it's coming from stats, no? From the stats package. Okay, good. Thank you, Louis. Thank you for sharing that. Okay, sige. Any other questions, class? Any questions? So I hope, class, na-load nyo na. I hope na-load nyo na si itong mga other packages, no? Si performance analytics, si portfolio analytics, si tidyverse. Okay. And then, sabi natin, once you load it, hindi automatically magagamit yun. You'll have to load it. No? Once you install it, it does not automatically mean that it's already loaded. You have to use library or require. Okay. All right. So I have here some quick notes. Sige. Ano ko muna to, i-share ko sa inyo to. Control C so that you don't have to copy this. Okay, where's my Zoom chat? Okay. All right. So let me go back to R. So some notes here. So we're saying that we can make use of R in order to download data. Okay, and R is such a powerful software to download data from several sources. The function, which I mentioned a while ago, is get symbols. So this will be used by us until the end na, no? To get symbols. So get symbols provides a consistent interface to multiple data sources to access financial and economic data. Examples, stock prices, exchange rate, economic data series like GDP, GNP, employment rate, etc. Okay, so we're going to make use of the function get symbols. Okay, so let's start this first. Palitan natin to, ha? Okay, so I'm not going to give this code to you. Create a code chunk now and then sulit nyo. Get symbols, Microsoft, and then source is equal to Google. Okay, so can we get stock prices?
Sir, hindi po kayo naka-share screen.
Ay, sorry. Ako sorry, ha? Di pa ako naka-share screen. Oh, sorry. Okay. So I'm sorry about that. So let's create a code chunk. Tapos gagamitin natin si get symbols, capital S, ha? And then, according to the syntax, kailangan ilalagay natin yung symbol. Ano yung symbol? Yung parang idea ng stock. Every stock listed or traded in the exchanges in anywhere is given just like a nickname. No? Of course, the complete name is Microsoft. Pero ano yung nickname niya? MSFT. Parang shortcut. Okay, so pag ginamit mo yung Microsoft, MSFT, alam mo na Microsoft. Right? So Microsoft and then source is equal to Google. Okay, ganun lang kasimple, no? Ganun lang kasimple. And then we run this. If I run this, Control Enter dito sa line na to, anywhere here sa line na to. Okay, Control Enter. So what do I get? Error siya. Basta nagpula, alam niyo, error yan. Okay? Unang-una sabi, get symbols, could not find function get symbols. Ibig sabihin, hindi ko pa na, sorry, hindi ko pa na-run si ano. Let me go back here. Hindi ko pa na library si packages, si quant mode. Kalimutan ko i-click kanina. Quant. Ayan, hindi pa naka-check, no? Okay. Check ko na. So, okay, loaded na siya, no? So, I can now use get symbols. Okay. Erase ko to. So, I'll go anywhere here. Dito sa line na to. Okay. Control Enter. And nag-error pa rin siya. Okay, naka-load na si quant mode, ha? Si get symbols from quant mode yan. In fact, kahit gawin kong ganito, just to be double sure, kasi ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, yung namesake, no? Quant mode. Yan. Okay, ito sure to na in case may ibang package na gumagamit ng get symbols na function, I'm saying to R, yung galing sa quant mode, ha? Okay? So this is very important. Kaya kanina, di ba yung stats and then double colon and then whatever, no? Filter, etc. So ito, quant mode get symbols and then the ticker symbol is MSFT, source is equal to Google and then run ko. Okay, I can go anywhere here. Pwede sa simula, sa gitna, anywhere. Okay, anywhere there at the end and then control enter. Okay, error pa rin class. Error pa rin. Bakit siya nag-error? Anong sabi dito? Okay, you could try setting source is equal to Yahoo. Okay, ibig sabihin niyan class, Google has since prevented now its interface with for example, itong sa R natin, ano, hindi na tayo makakakuha ng ano, ng data from Google. Okay? So, what can we do? Pwede lang natin gawing ano, source is equal to Yahoo. But since default yan sa get symbols, you don't have to write source is equal to Yahoo. Pwede na yung get symbols and then let's get QQQ, which is an exchange traded fund. Sige nga class, kindly run that. Get symbols QQQ. Yun ang importante, no? Yung symbols QQQ. So that's listed. Pakiran nga class, and what happens to your environment? What happened to your environment sa ilalim? Okay, feedback please. Feedback. Okay, an XTS object. All right. All right, good. So, anong nangyari, class? When I run this, may lumabas dito. Data. So, XTS object daw. So there are some things that we need to understand. Okay, sabi dito ni John, could not find function get symbols. Ibig sabihin, John, hindi mo pa na-load si quant mode. Sige nga, John, I'm going to stop sharing and then kindly show your screen first. Pag sinasabing cannot find that function, ibig sabihin nun, the package has not yet been loaded. Right, sige. Punta ka nga dyan sa ayan tingnan mo, wala pang check yung quant mode. There. Okay, now that you have, hintay mo okay na ba? Yan, hintay mo muna. Ayan. So, na-run mo na, di ba? Okay, John, clear? Okay. Feedback, John, kung clear ba? Okay, good. Okay, so what happened was, when I run itong get symbols, yan lang, get symbols, Q. Ang binigay niya is an XTS object. Okay, question. Now, what type of object is XTS? Is this a vector? If you have watched the video, dapat alam niyo na kung vector yan. Vector ba siya, class? Yes or no? Vector ba siya? O list ba siya? Yes, okay. Mix. The answer is, okay, hindi siya vector. Okay, illustrate lang natin sandali Mag-create ako ng number, object na num, okay? And let's say 1 to 10 siya. Okay, 1 to 10. Num 1 to 10. And then let's run this. Control Enter. Okay, tingnan nyo, class. May delineation, may data tayo sa taas, may value sa baba. This one, yung num na to, what type of a data is this? Anong data structure to? This is a vector, numerical vector. Kasi remember, ang vector, only one type of data. This is numerical, integer to be precise dito, So, yung mga vectors, nasa ilalim, na value sila. Itong data naman, if it's a list, a data frame, dito siya papasok sa data. Ito ang XTS object. Alright. Now, let's see. Sabi dito, okay, tingnan natin, class, yung structure. Tira natin itong structure ni QQQ. Structure, okay. So, it tells us that QQQ is an XTS object from 2007, January 3 hanggang 2024, yung latest na trading, kahapon. Okay. Now, bakit 2007? January 1, January 3? Kasi default to ngayon, Default to. If you were downloading prices previous year, hindi na 2007 yan. It could have been 2006 or 2005. Okay? Kasi kung bibilangan natin 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, nagbilang 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 16 years. So may default siya na naglo-load lang siya ng 16 years and plus some days kasi umabot ng 2024, May 9. So it's an XTS object. So tingnan nyo data. Anong klaseng data? Double yan. Ano yung double, class? Ano yung double? Numerical. Can take on decimal places. 4,368 rows of observation and 6 variables. Ano yung mga variables niya? QQQ open, QQQ close, etc. Okay? And then meron pa tayo dito, index, date, time zone, universal time, I forgot C. Universal time convention, I think, convention. Tapos XTS object siya. Okay. So, before I continue, okay, i-run natin tong view. Okay? View QQQ, which is the same as, yung view QQQ na yan is the same as ito. Dito sa data natin, andito na si QQQ. If I run this, if I click this, tinan yung mangyayari dito sa console. If I click this, there, tinan nyo, view. No? Yun yung code daw pag click natin to. And what do you have here? Ano laman itong data na to? Open, high, low, close. Ito yung OHLC, no? OHLC data. Opening, high, low, close, then the volume, and then the adjusted. Kasama pa si adjusted price. Okay? And it's from January 3, 2007. Now, pag pumunta ka na next year, magiging January na yan to 2008 kasi it's a moving target. No? Moving target. Last year, 2006. You're loading last year. Okay. So, yan yung data natin. No? That's our data. QQQ. Okay. It's an XTS object. Take my question dito. May I know how do you see that screen? What do you mean, Migs? What do you mean, how do you see that screen?
Sir, how do you see po like the data in
Ito, this one?
yes sir, that
Okay,
one.
you either you go to your QQQ dito sa environment natin, click this or type view QQQ. Then magpiprint siya dito ng isang tab ng data. Try it, Migs, and then tell me if you're able to get it. Migs. Kuha ba?
Wait lang sir.
Sige, sige lang. Kung may QQQ ka na, dapat may QQQ ka na, i-click mo to.
Got it sir.
Pag
Thank
click mo
you.
to, makikita mo na sa console, view yun. No? Or you can type view QQQ or you can type it in your console, in your script window. Okay na? Okay, sige, good. Thank you. All right. Let's get other examples. Ito naman, how's this? Head QQQ. Kasi lagay natin tail QQQ. The head function will give us the first 6 observations, default yan. If I want just the first 3, comma, 3. Kasi yung head, automatic yan, comma 6. Yung first 6 elements na natin ha. Yun natin kung 6 nga ibibigay nitong head. Control Enter. And let's see. Are there 6 rows of observation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 yan. Okay. And then if I click tail QQQ, ito naman yung dulo. Dulong 6. So from may 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, and 2. So we were given the prices of QQQ. Okay, yung view na discuss natin kanina. Okay. Now, di ba sabi natin, di ba, yung get symbols and then Baba and then Alibaba to, no? Source is equal to Yahoo. Okay, whether you put source is equal to Yahoo or not, it doesn't matter. It will still run. Okay, kanina yung source is equal to Google hindi nag-run kasi hindi na nakaka-access ng data from Google. Pero yung source is equal to Yahoo. We're thankful that Yahoo still allows, no? That we are able to gather data, historical prices from Yahoo. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay, so if I run this, for example, ito, yung dalawang to, get symbols, Microsoft. ano na natin, ano? Have we done that? Wala pa. QQQ pala kanina. So let's run this, get symbols, Microsoft. Itong tatlo na lang, no? Baba, Microsoft, and Google. Let's run this. Source is equal to Yahoo. Okay lang yan. Okay, or you can just remove source is equal to Yahoo. That will run. All right. So here you can see, andyan na, Baba, Microsoft, Google. Okay, and if we take a look at the environment, ano nangyari? Andyan na si Baba, andyan na si Google, andyan na si Microsoft. Okay? Now, si Baba, notice, from 2014 lang siya. tingnan natin to. Click natin to. Now, bakit si Baba hindi 2007? Why not? Because Alibaba was not yet listed in 2007. So magsisimula yan dun sa pinaka-earliest na na date ng listing ni I can't get out of view. Sige. So my question dito si Louis. Louis, pa-share ng screen ha. I'll stop share. Okay. Click mo sa taas, yung untitled. Yan, diyan ka na.
Okay na po yan, sir.
Hindi ka pa nag RMD file. You're still working with the script. Diba dapat RMD file na yung ginagamit mo. Okay, you're working with the script. Di ba diniscuss natin? Go to yung akyat ka dun sa taas, dun sa may plus, yung sa plus, baba, hindi. To the left. Sa ilalim ng file. Sa ilalim ng file. Pag ganyan, hindi, sige pa, to the left pa. Yan. Yung katabi niyan. Ayan di ba? R markdown yan. Sige, lagyan mo ng title, kung anong title. Download, data from R. Okay.
Okay.
Tapos tanggalin mo na yung di ba? Okay, pag class, kasi kanina pa ako kanina pa ako nagdi-discuss itong RMD. Please ask immediately kung hindi nyo kung hindi kayo, kunyari. Kasi ako nag-RMD ako, ikaw nag-script ka. So, hindi talaga tayo hindi ka makakahabol, no? For everyone to, So please, if you encounter a problem, immediately, no? Immediately. Huwag na natin papatagalin pa kasi talagang haba, hindi ka makakahabol lalo. Okay, so sabi ko tanggalin mo yung R markdown sa code 13, code 11. I-delete mo na yan from hanggang baba. Hanggang baba, i-highlight mo lahat. Delete mo siya. Okay, mag-create ka ngayon ng mag-create ka ng code chunk. Control Alt I. Naka-Mac ka ba o Control
Windows.
Alt I. Punta ka dun sa untitled one. Copyhin mo yung mga installed packages yan. Lahat na yan, copyhin mo. Yan. Control C mo. Tapos ilipat mo dyan. Yan. Okay? Okay. Alright. Sige. Yes lang ng yes. Okay, sige. Okay na yan kasi ka na, no? Okay na. Naka-check
Yes.
na yung quant mode, no? I-X mo na yung error sa baba. I-X mo na siya. Okay. I-click mo ulit sa quant mode. Sa packages. Hindi. Dun sa, yan. Yan. Okay. Okay na yan. Naka-load na. Okay. So, create another code chunk ka sa baba. Okay. Sige. Type mo get symbols. Hindi wait. Sige. Okay. Yan. Hindi, wag ka dyan. Punta ka sa end ng curly brackets, mag-enter ka. Kasi kailangan may space eh. Wait. Space ka yan. Sige, after R, space ka. Enter ka, enter. Enter mo yung quant mode, enter mo. Yan, dapat nasa loob ba? Nasa loob dapat. Yan, sige, i-run mo na yan. Okay, di ba? Andiyan na si QQQ. Tapos sige, sa ilalim niyan, i-copy paste mo si ano ba yung natin? Microsoft, no? Okay, para makahabol ka. Mag-code chunk ka ulit. Okay, so alam mo na ha. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So class please, no? We're not going to use any R script. Kasi very inefficient 'yon, no? Pag ganyan, punta ka dun sa R, tapos mag-enter ka para may space. Kasi hindi pa pwede magkadikit yung Hindi pa pwede magkadikit yung backticks. Okay, sige, share ulit ako class, ha? Share screen. Okay, at least makahabol tayo dun sa kabilang section. Okay. So notice class, ano ba yung mga objects natin? Meron na tayong Baba, Google, Microsoft, QQQ. And it's all under data. Okay? So dinidistinguish yung mga data na data frame, list, XTS object, at saka yung mga vectors. Yung mga vectors dito lang sa values. Okay? Kumbaga parang lower rank siya, no? Na type of value. Okay. Now what do you notice about ano? I-view nga natin class, compare natin si ano, let's say si Google ito. I-click ko to, ibig sabihin view Google 'yan. Okay? I-compare natin si Google. Close ko na muna to. Close ko to si Baba at saka si ano para wala masyado maraming tabs na naka-open. All right, let's view this time. View. I-view nga natin, naalala niyo si pressure. Yan, pressure. O kaya si cars, yung dalawang data na ginamit natin na defaulted na naka-load kay R. Pag view ko to class, since readily available si pressure because it's loaded, preloaded when we open R, pag view ko to, okay, lalabas siya dito, di ba? Tapos dito sa ano natin data, okay, hindi naman siya lumabas, no? Okay, sige, wag na muna. Okay, now anong difference ni ano? If I type structure ni pressure, anong klaseng data si pressure? Structure ang makakasagot nun, no? So ang sabi dito, si pressure daw is a data frame consisting of 19 observations or rows and 2 variables. Ayan, no? Si temperature at saka si pressure. Okay? So data frame siya. While on the other hand, si Google is an XTS object. Anong difference sila? Compare yung ano na to, yung data na to, kaysa kay pressure. Do you notice any difference? What's the main glaring difference between the two? Main difference? Okay, in the interest of time, the main difference class is take a look at the first column dito sa ano, sa XTS object natin. What do you notice about the first column? Naka-gray out siya. Ano na notice yung class? Ano na notice yung class? Anyone please? What do you notice? As compared dito sa pressure. May makikita ka agad kayo dyan. Ano yung difference nila? Class, I need quick feedback from you. Okay, thank you. Dates po. Okay, thank you, Abigail. You're correct, no? So you notice, class, that dun sa XTS object, si Google, XTS object yan eh. XTS stands for Extensible Time Series. Extensible Time Series. Notice that yung index niya is the date. While on the other hand, si data frame na pressure, ang index niya, yung mga Roman numbers lang, 1 up to 19 to. No? So there's a difference in the structure of the data. Now, you notice here, date na siya, no, yung nasa index. And this makes working with this time series a lot easier. Kasi dati, yung dates class, medyo tricky yung ano yan eh. Tricky yung ano niyan, yung data na yan, no? Yung variable na type na ano, yung date, sometimes it makes it quite difficult to compute, no, or analyze your data kung may separate ka na ano na variable na date. So ito ang ginawa ng XTS or zoo, okay? Yung ano, yung date ginawa niyang index na. Okay? So hindi na makakasagabal to sa if you're doing any computation here. Okay? Si pressure, wala. Hindi naman time series kasi ito. Kaya ganun lang siya. Okay, quickly, may I have a thumbs up kung clear sa inyo? Comments, please. Kung naintindihan. Quick feedback, please. I hope others will participate. Okay, thank you. So, hindi nangangalahati ng feedback, no? Okay. All right. Sige. So, hindi ko maano pa minimize. Ano ba yung minimize? Anyway. Okay, now you can also get, aside from Yahoo, we can get data from other sources. Paki-chat nga please if you're familiar with Fred. Okay, just yes or no. Fred. Okay, good. Fred is a very huge data set, database yan. So ano makikita natin kay Fred? I-Google muna natin, class. Okay, if you Google Fred, you'll be led to Federal Reserve. Google natin. Na lang. Fred. Kasi natin nila. Fred. Okay, yan. Federal Reserve Economic Data. St. Louis Federal Reserve to, no? Okay, if I click this, class, it will bring me here. So ano laman ng mga ng data na to? Graphs, 824,000 US and international time series from 114 sources. Grabe. Grabe ka comprehensive itong ano, itong may real gross domestic product, unemployment rate, okay? I'm not sure if these are also available sa ibang countries, pero most of these are US data. Pero meron ding ibang ibang data. So we can make use of Fred also to get data. Okay, kunyari, yung GDP hindi natin makukuha kay Yahoo yan. But we can get that from Fred. Okay? So here, get symbols, quotes GDP, then we have to define the source. Hindi na pa pwedeng wala ito kasi kung Excel lang, okay, tingnan natin ha. Just copy this. Control C, Control V. And since sa Excel ang default, si ano pala si Yahoo, no? Okay, Control Enter. Okay, nag-error siya. Walang GDP, no? Walang GDP kay Yahoo. Pero kay Fred meron 'yan. So, escape. Cross out ko to. Close ko to. Okay. So where am I? Here. Get symbols, GDP, source, Fred. Control Enter. And now you have here GDP. Reaching to as far as 1947. So kapag kay Fred, pag nag-download ka, hindi niya kinakat. Kung ano yung simula, yun ang ibibigay niya. Okay, if I click this, yun natin, yan, 1947, quarterly ito, no? Kasi GDP to it. Okay, but it gives us up to the most current. Okay, we can also get ito, exchange rates, no? This is get symbols. Kunin natin yung ano ulit, no? Structure ng GDP. And then you can see that the structure is ganun din siya, XTS object. No? Quarterly yung data, kaya 309 observations lang. Okay, yung index niya, yung time zone niya, yung UTC. Okay, so we can also get FX rates, no? It's almost time. Ito na lang pakita ko, no? So it's exchange rate ng Japan, JP, at saka ng US. So source is equal to Fred. And once again, if you get ito na muna, get symbols natin. Okay, dito siya. Okay. Exchange rate ng Japanese yen at saka US dollars. Yan. So this is from 1971. Yan ang first listing niya dyan. Hanggang May 3. Okay, weekly siguro to. I'm not sure. Tingnan natin, ha? Okay. One. So this is monthly. Unless, yung observations. Daily pala to, no? Daily, 13,000, sorry. So yung year, and then yung month, and then yung day. So this is daily data. And it contains 13,915 observations. So we can get data from, not only from Yahoo, which is the default, we can get data from Fred, okay? There are other sources that we can get data from. Pwede kay Wanda. We'll just explain this later on, okay? All right. Okay, so let's stop there. It's already time. And may I stop recording now?